Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we continue with our production, and today's tutorial is mastering with Maximus. So today I'm going to show you how you can master your beat using Maximus. I've done some tutorials about mastering. I'll put them on the description below. If you didn't check them out, you can check them out. So I've made a beat, and this beat is the one which I'm going to use to master using Maximus. So before I jump into today's tutorial, let me first play the beat, then we shall jump straight into today's tutorial. So first of all, hear the beat. So you have heard the beat, and the other thing, work on your gain staging. Make sure you have got some headrooms for your mastering. If you don't know gain staging, I've done a tutorial about gain staging. You can check it out so that you learn what is gain staging. So the first thing you're supposed to do before you jump into mastering is to select the loudest part of your beat. So my loudest part of this beat is this one. Then here now on the master, I love adding an EQ first. The reason why I add an EQ is to cut the frequency I can't hear from the low frequency here. Same applies with the highs here. Then I'll load Maximus. So this is Maximus. As you can see, I've got a lot of knobs, but that is not today's tutorial to explain the use of these knobs here. I'm just going to explain the knobs I'm going to use when mastering this beat. When you load Maximus like this, there is a preset. If you just right click here, which is called Master Head 1. When you click on this preset, it will master your beat. It will sound loud. But the reason why I don't like using this, it's simple. It makes more the low frequency to be louder than other frequencies. That's the way it is. But for you, if it is that's what you are looking for, you can go for it. So try this, just select this. You're going to hear how your beat is going to sound. If it will sound good, you can go for this. But as for me, just want to do everything on my own. So as you can see here, I've got some low, mids, high, and master. I'm going to talk about these when we come here. So first of all, what I start with is here where it is written threshold. This is where you're supposed to start with. The reason why I love starting here is because if I boost my beat, I don't want it to be going above -0. I want it to be below -0. So this ceiling here and the threshold will make my beat not to go above -0, but to be below -0. So whatever wants to go above -0, it will be compressed. It won't go above -0. So the way I do it, for me to activate this ceiling, I'll just drag the threshold a bit to the right like this, then I'm good to go. Then here, as you can see here, you can just see nothing here apart from this line here. So it is here on the monitor. I'll click here on the band. You're going to see that it will change. This view here to change. When I click on band, you have seen it has changed. So now you're able to see the lows, mid, and the highs. So the way I do it, first here, I love putting my sub or my lows to be ending, starting from this side, going to 140 hertz. So I use this knob which is here. If you have been using Maximus, you can just drag like this. But if you are not good, you can end up making a mistake here. So I encourage you to use this one which is written low here. So drag it. So as you can see, I've made even a mistake. I've dragged this here. So always don't use this, more especially if you don't know what you are doing. So use this one which is here. So I'll drag it up to 140 hertz. Then the mid frequency, I love them starting from 140 up to 5K. I'll use this band. I'll drag it up to 5K here. Then when I'm done like this, when I play the beat, you're going to see nothing here. Just check. Have you seen? There's nothing. If you want to see the frequency here, just click on this knob here. Then if I play the beat, you're going to see the frequency now. So now here with these bands here, let's say you want to boost your sub, your low frequency, which are these. You can just come here, put the mouse here and drag. If you drag up, which means you have boosted your sub. Let me play the beat so that I can show you what I'm doing here. So let me reset this. If I boost my sub, hear it. You have heard that my sub, they are loud. And the other thing, if you can't manage to push it here, use this knob which is written 3 here, 3 gain. You can use this. It will do what you want. So as for me, I love the way my sub are sounding. But with the mid frequency, which are these here, I want them to be boosted a bit. So I'll boost them a bit. So if you want to boost the mid frequency here, you click on the mid. If you drag this knob, you can see it is moving here. So you click, it was on low, you click on mid. So any frequency you click, it's a frequency you are going to, whatever you do here or here. That's where what you are doing on any knob will be applied on. So click on the mid, and you're going to boost some mid frequency a bit. So I'm happy about them. Then the highs, I'll do the same. I'll boost them a bit as well. So I'm happy about them. So now I'll come here back to the lows now. So here, always remember whatever I'm boosting here, I'm boosting whatever frequency or whatever sound is playing on the highs here. Same applies with here. So always be careful during your mastering. Don't do things which you don't even understand. Because mastering, to tell you the truth, is not a copy and paste thing, which you can just see and learn to say, oh, so if you want to do this, this is how you do it. Not if you want to do this, you need to follow this frequency. Don't even make that mistake of paying much attention on the int panel here and say Frederick was boosting about 2 dB here 3 dB. That's not the way it goes. If I were to get another beat, you find that maybe the low frequency, I'll boost them. Then the mids, I'll reduce them. The highs, maybe I'll boost them even more than this. So mastering and mixing, they are two different things. The way I can mix a beat today, not the way I'll mix another beat tomorrow. Same applies with mastering. So always don't do a copy and paste thing, but learn to say, oh, so if I want to boost this frequency, I need to touch here. If I want to reduce this frequency, I need to touch here. That's all about mixing and mastering. Always remember those things I've said. So now back to where I was. So here now, I'll start with the lows. The good part about Maximus, there's this knob here which is written solo. If you click on it, it's going to be highlighted. If you click on it, so in short, it's on, off. That's the simple way I can use. So now start with the lows. I'll click here. So if I click here, if I play the lows, you're just going to hear the lows. And the other thing, make sure you're using good headphones or good studio monitors, because when I solo the lows, it will be difficult for you to hear them if your headset or your studio monitors, they are not good or they are not that standard. Then you'll be surprised to say, what is he saying? He's mentioning things, but I can't hear them. It's because of the headset you are using or the headphones you are using, or maybe the studio monitors. And the other thing, don't use a phone if you want to hear the raw frequency. You are watching a tutorial using a phone without headset, you are just using a phone speaker. You won't be able to hear anything here. So use good headphones or good studio monitors. So back to what I was saying, I'll just click here. So when I click here, you're just going to hear the low frequency only because I've selected on low here, you can see here. So if I click here, hear the way the beat now sound. So you have heard, you can only hear the low frequency. So there's this knob here. If you turn it all the way to the left, it is this stereo. Stereo meaning making your sound to be wide. If you turn it to the all the way to the right, that is mono. Mono making your sound to be playing centered. So now here with the low frequency, I've already done some mono or some merge. So I'll just do a bit here because I've done a lot during mixing. So I'll just push this knob to the right a bit where the beat is playing. So I'm okay about the way it is sounding. And the other thing, always try to hear what you are doing. So let's hear the way the beat will sound. It sounds good to me. Then I'll go to the mids, do the same thing, solo. But with the mids, I want them to be playing stereo or to make them wide a bit. Let's see everything. Sound good to me. Then I'll go to the highs, do the same thing. I'll make them stereo a bit as well. So let's hear the way to sound with other sounds. Sound good. Then I'll go on the master here. Now here, I don't solo it because now it's a time to just make my beat to be loud. I'll make it as loud as it can be so that it can be on the same dBs with other beats out there. So now the knob I use is this one where the mouse is pointing. I'll drag it to the right until I hear my beat is loud. So make sure you watch your ears, you watch your headphones and your studio monitors so that you don't damage what I've mentioned. So now I'm going to drag this knob to the right until my beat is loud, then I'll stop dragging it. So let's do that. So you have heard the beat has become loud. So that's how I master my beat using Maximus. So if I've got any question about this same tutorial, feel free to ask on the comments box below. And if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. This has been Frederick. Thank you very much and I'm out.